at this point, Ashley is tired. Like, Ashley's tired is tired from carrying the show on her shoulder. Anyway, in the house right now, I don't know where Ashley got the vibe today. Like, today have just been vibes and vibes, vibes on cruise for her. She have just been dancing even with her enemies without even knowing that. Yes, why I say she has been dancing and cruising with her enemies, planning, that is recently planning her downfall, and she don't even know, is because Ashley, Glover, BK, and Nate was dancing in the mirror, this choreography kind of dance. And guess what, guys? Nate and BK have been planning of recent on how to deal with Ashley in the house. That was the least expected thing I expected from BK. Let me even leave Nate. Nate can do and undo in that house. Nate is, I don't know, all kinds of name you can call Nate and her game and her strategy. But what of BK? I'm really disappointed in BK for planning with Nate to deal with Ashley. Between Nate and BK, they plan to provoke Ashley unprovoked, like extremely provoke Ashley. And they name it as prank. They want to prank Ashley. And this prank they are planning is something that can extremely provoke Ashley to get a reaction from her. Like, I was shocked and surprised that BK sat down to put all this thing together with her friend that be her bestie Nate. Because you all remember that from the beginning of the show, like from day one, day two, week one, the person that clicked in the house is Ashley and BK. They were the one that started this friendship. They were the one that started this bestie of 18 before Nate came along, and BK followed Nate, and Ashley followed Glover. Okay, but when they follow different people in the house, at the end of the day they will still come back and they will gist themselves among themselves, between themselves, sorry, what happened in the house, what they heard up from housemates and all those kind of a thing. At a point, Ashley and BK grew apart. They don't share what happened to them in their different bestieship, a relationship between each other, and they just grew apart. That aside, but BK and Ashley was the one that started this bestieship. They were the one that is close first. So I least expected BK to plan with Nate to provoke Ashley, because why? Why would you do that? Like, why would you do that? Anyway, I think the way BK is going, the way BK is following Nate's instruction, the way Nate is very too possessive of BK is going to shoot himself on the foot one day. Because tell me why, after the pool party yesterday, Nate was calling BK, begging him for a kiss, and was like, let's go somewhere else and do it. I don't want other housemates to see it. Let's just go somewhere private. So I really need it. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. Like, the romance that these two people played in the house yesterday, more I shock. I'm like, this cannot be the first time that Nate and BK are kissing, because the way they were enjoying it, the way they were into it, the way I was like, the same BK that have been refusing Nate and all of a sudden agreed and they went somewhere secluded to do it. I'm like, this is not their first time. Like, the production is not just showing us everything. But thank God I saw yesterday on. But guys, now that they have done it, or maybe that is the first time they are doing it, it shows that they have started something. And when BK is refusing Nate kiss, Nate is very jealous, very possessive, a jealous lover, and all those kind of a thing. So now that they have done something, it will just triple. Like, the way Nate to feel very protective of BK, or very possessive or obsessed with him, will be tripled. And if BK messes up in that house, or try to leave Nate, I think he is going to either get disqualified or get nominated by Nate. Nate will nominate BK or plan against him to get double strike or straight up disqualification. Now they have kissed. So Nate has BK in her palms. Just guess what? Anytime that BK doesn't do anything that Nate wants, or BK wants to go to Machine, or BK wants to play his game alone, do you know what Nate will do? Nate will use sensitive matters as she normally does. She will use sensitive things to now get BK disqualified. Maybe say that he forcefully kissed her or he forcefully touched her, make it a big deal, blow it out of proportion, exaggerate the whole thing, cry me a river, report to Biggie, and guess what? BK will be out of the house. I don't think BK really knows who Nate is, or maybe he's not being careful. I hope he opened his eyes. And Suko have been warning him about Nate, but no, he wouldn't listen. He wouldn't listen. He will learn the hard way. He's gonna cry. He will learn the hard way. Anyway, Ashley's fans have been very angry about the developing scenarios and dynamics of the housemate against Ashley. They have been venting on social media and crying out loud. And this one said, Nate and BK's mission is to provoke Ashley. I have noticed a pattern with them and these their failed pranks. Laughing my heart out. Let me be observing for now. We are just observing you and moving forward. I don't really know what is going on in the fan base of Ashley and Sweet Guluva. Like, these people are enemies. I have not seen a fan base that their two faves are shipping and they cannot get along. I don't know if they don't like each other or they don't like the fact that these people are together, because any little thing you will see that they are going against each other, they are dragging each other on social media. Why is Sweet G's and Ashes and Ash Angels, why are they always fighting and dragging each other on social media? Aren't these people supposed to be working together? Like, your two faves are literally in a romantic relationship, like in a ship in the house, and you people don't get along. I don't even know where the shippers belong, but I have noticed that the shippers even like Sweet Glover more than Ashley. Is a whole lot of things happening. But of course, let's see some of the rants that these people are ranting on social media. Sharon said, guys, I think we should never even talk about Sweet Gulova. That guy is absolute a furniture without a ship and our girl. All he does is fake accent, fake not knowing how to swim, and act dumb, but he is not. Guys, what do you think about this whole thing? This one say, I wish we could tweet anonymously, have something really triggering to tweet, but they will bounce on me. Anyway, guys, do you think that Sweet Glover is faking his life in that house, faking the accent, faking not knowing how to swim, just acting dumb? People are even pitying him for not knowing how to speak English. When he does something, people will say, oh, maybe because he did not understand the English. Like, is like basic English that they speak in that house. So why is it that he doesn't understand what Ashley is communicating to him? And people are saying, oh, it's because he doesn't understand English. He doesn't understand what Ashley is saying. Like, he's actually speaking another, like, is he speaking Swahili or something very difficult for him to understand? I don't get it. The next one said, Ash Angels versus Sweet G's versus Sweet Ashley's fans. This is the war I don't want to participate in. As long as they are fine, I am good. So this person is on a neutral base, because this war between Ash Angels, Sweet G's, and Sweet Ashley's fans, that is three fan base fighting. Ashley's fans, Sweet Glover's fans, and shippers themselves. That person is saying he or she doesn't want to participate. So far, the two people involved are together and they're happy with each other. It is fine, unless proven otherwise, unless maybe when they come outside the show and they decide not to be together. Until then, let everybody hands up. Anyway, let's have fun down the comments.